Okay, news travels fast. Yeah, news spreads fast. Also okay, but the common phrase is news travels fast. Yeah, news gets around fast, news spreads fast. People gossip and the news travels very quickly. Okay, if you say it came as a bit of a shock, yeah, it shocked me, but that's a very common expression. It came as a bit of a shock, yeah, it shocked me. To be brutally honest, to be perfectly honest. Here are two adverbs that work very well with honest, yeah? So I think everybody sometimes has to be brutally honest with the people that they're talking to. Otherwise they're too concerned about what everybody wants to hear. And sometimes you have to tell people the ugly truth. Sometimes you have to tell people how you really feel. And when you do that, you're probably going to be brutally honest, yeah? And of course, this brutal means cruel. It means savage. And so when you're brutally honest, you are usually telling people the ugly truth, yeah? The unpalatable truth. And to be perfectly honest is also a very common expression, and it just means to be honest, really. To be very honest, you might say, but don't say that, because very doesn't work with honest. Perfectly does. You can say he was very honest. You can say he was very honest, or I am very honest, whatever. But we very often hear, to be perfectly honest, I don't believe you. Yeah, something like that. To be perfectly honest, I don't believe you. I know you're telling me a pack of lies. You can say it was an honest mistake, yeah? I didn't mean any harm. Yeah, where was that? I didn't mean any harm. It was an honest mistake. I didn't intentionally mess that up, yeah? I didn't intentionally do something to sabotage something, maybe. It was an honest mistake. Okay, so an honest mistake. We also say that teaching is an honest living sometimes. Teaching is an honest living, but you can say that's an honest living. Maybe plumber is an honest living. Yeah, it's making money in an honest way. That's all. And a living is a job. Let me make that very clear. Yeah, a living is a job, a profession. So when you talk about somebody having an honest living, it means they have an honest job. That's why I used the example of teacher and plumber. Yeah, they're both jobs. But you can also say an honest day's work. Yeah, that was an honest day's work. And I think this is often used in the negative. It doesn't have to be, but you say something like, he has never done an honest day's work in his life. Yeah, so for example, think about politicians, journalists. They haven't done an honest day's work in their entire lives, sadly. Yeah, and so this is very similar to, he has never done a stroke of work. Don't forget that expression, yeah? Just like you can say, what a stroke of luck, you also say, he has never done a stroke of work. He's never done an honest day's work in his life. Okay, the calm of the countryside came as a welcome relief from the hustle and bustle of the city. Now this, a welcome relief, we're going to do some relief collocations here. When something is a welcome relief, it's like it's a weight off your shoulders. Yeah, you know this expression, a weight off your shoulders, the burden has gone from my shoulders. And so a welcome relief is where something was difficult, but then it became easy. So of course, the calm of the countryside came as a welcome relief, yeah, a nice change. That's what we mean here. We mean a nice change from the hustle and bustle of the city. Hustle and bustle is a good binomial. That means, the hustle and bustle is the busyness, the noise, the movement, the activity. And of course, the city is much noisier, much busier. There's more traffic, there's more movement, and that's the hustle and bustle of the city. Okay, so of course the countryside is a welcome relief. We all need to relax sometimes. The countryside is a welcome relief from the hustle and bustle of the city. We often say, I breathed a huge sigh of relief, and it's like, whew, that was close, yeah? So I breathed a huge sigh of relief when I heard she was safe and sound. Safe and sound is an excellent collocation, meaning that they are unharmed.